Alright, hello YouTube, this is Ahi. This week I'm going to show you how I created some excitement to chorus using a synth and a bit of drum programming. Okay, so Jake sent me a track, so let's first check it out.
I'm sitting in a cheap disguise, but you've seen my eyes 1,000 times. Let me take you far away from this place. So let me be a man of steel tonight. Come hop on my flight. We'll be superheroes for the night. We'll light up the sky. Tearing all my clothes off like it's a race. I've got a locomotive, let's pick up the pace.
That was the track, and Jake said that he really liked the track, but he just couldn't get the chorus to pop. So let's check what I did to the chorus. So here it is with the processing that I did. Okay, so let's first start with just the track that he sent to me. What I first did was that on this part, which is the chorus, I actually brought it up by 1 dB, and then I brought the part that comes after it by 1 dB, and the part that comes before it down by 3 dB, because they are still going to the stereo bus, where there is a bit of compression going on. It's not that much, it's like 3 dB only, max. And I have a low shelf cut so that the low end doesn't get caught in the limiter and start to distort as much as it could. And I'm using the RBass just to bring up some of that bass that we already did. Anyway, on the track itself, there is also MaxxBass, which is to bring up some of the, well, let me just play you what it does. So it's basically just to bring up the bass guitar or bass synth, whatever he is using. And then I'm using the EQ in MS mode instead of left-right mode. So I'm bringing up the mids just a bit, because there is, you know, kick, bass, snare, vocals, and then I'm boosting the 3.5K by 3 dB because that's where the vocals shine. And then I'm also bringing up the low end by just a bit. So basically it's a straight line, but it's just attenuating the high end just a bit. Anyway, so let's get back to what I actually did. So what I did was, let's start with this one. This is very simple. It's just a whoosh sound. I think it's from Blast Wave FX. They were giving out some free samples, I think 1 or 2 years ago. But if you want to buy these, they are like $5, so it's not that bad. Anyway, I used this and then I added some reverb. To make the tail longer, I just put a really short fade in because I thought it was kind of obnoxious sounding without the fade in. So let's check it out in solo. and without the reverb. Okay, as you notice, it's nothing special. Other than the reverb, there is no other processing. And then for the build-up, it's a snare that's from, I don't remember what the snare was, but it's just a regular snare reversed, and then I added a limiter. This is just mainly to get more. It's basically just bringing up the level by 30 dB, and it's not even touching it. Then I have the Metalizer, which is one of those fuck shit up style processing units, and then the Cubase Bit Crusher. And then there's an EQ, just cut off some of that nasty high end. So let's check it out without the processing. And with it. Yeah, it's not that loud even in the mix, but you can hear that there's something happening, so you know that now something's coming. So let's check it out in the mix. And I use the Metalizer because if I take the Metalizer off, it's not grabbing your attention if I put the Metalizer back on. Because it's making some sort of modulation thing. It's grabbing your attention pretty well, even though it's not that loud. Anyway, so for the drums, I first created this line. It has delay. It's really low in the mix, but it's just to create these kind of ghost thingies. And then there's just compression and a bit of a high shelf boost. So let's check it out without the processing. And with it. And trust me, even though the delay sounds kind of obnoxious when it's soloed, it really blends in when it's in the mix. So let's check it out. Okay. And then on this one, these D2 and B0 are kick, and these CD, D sharp and E are snares. And then they are heavily distorted and compressed. So first they are going to a limiter, soft clipper, and then saturator. So basically they are just to emphasize the beat. So it's really simple, or should I say super simple. Okay, so when we combine these two, without the beat. So it's just to give more punch and emphasis to the beat, so that if somebody's actually dancing this on the dance floor, you can still, groove even if you drop out at some point. Then for the synth, that actually could just make it work by itself with the thing that Jake did. So what I first did was that I actually tried to find out what he was actually playing. I had no idea, so I just came with these 2-note harmonies, like root and second. So let's see how it sounds. Okay, I think we have had enough of that. So what I actually did on it is that it's the waves element with a patch called Hoover that I made. And on the insert, I have first the Devil-Loc, which is or was a free plugin by Soundtoys. And then there's the Tremolo that comes with Cubase. Then the free VX Solo that's on the super wide stereo bit, so that it takes it off basically from the center and to take it away from, you know, vocal sway. And then there's a gate, because Devil-Loc actually has a noise generator, so if I turn this off you can hear the noise. And that's basically the only reason why it's there. And then there's an EQ with high pass at 300 and just a small cut at 3K to take it away from vocal sway. So let's check it out without these processing and with them. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll play the clip without the synth and then with it. Okay, as you notice that if I take off these, the drums, the extra drums, and the extra synth that I made, it kinda doesn't groove as much. Check it out.
So let me be your man, I'm still tonight. Come hop on my flight. You will be superheroes for that night. We'll light up the sky.
Okay, I hope you got something out of this. If you have any comments or questions, write them down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I make new videos every week. And thank you for watching and make good music.